couple different platforms today. So whether you're on IG, if you're on YouTube, you're on Facebook, let me know what's up in the comments. Let me know where you guys are tuning in from. Okay, let me know what state you guys are tuning in from. Like I said, I'm streaming on Instagram, I'm on YouTube, and I'm on Facebook today. So go ahead and let me know. And let me know if you guys can hear me okay. Please let me know down in the comments to make sure that you guys can hear me before I dive into the content. Hello, hello, awesome. So it looks like IG, you guys can hear me, awesome. I see some people tuning in on Facebook, welcome. Please let me know, make sure you guys can hear me. Make sure my mic is working okay, because ever since that malfunction that I had on YouTube, I wanna make sure you guys can hear me, awesome. Awesome, awesome, yes, so I wanted to hop on here and give you guys some stimulus updates. I know I did a live the beginning of the week, so I figured I'd come on here and do an update for you all, because I have come to a decision. And so I want to go over just some of the details and on the details that will affect, you and I. A lot of us are business owners here on my page. So I want to make sure I go over the updates that are going to affect us. So stimulus. So the stimulus amount that they agreed on is the $600 per person. Okay, so I know in the CARES Act it was $1,200. Everyone got the stimulus check for $1,200. This go around, it is $600 per person. All right, $600, and that is going to be for each adult and each dependent. Okay, each dependent. So if you are an adult and you have 2 kids, you'll get $600 for yourself, and you'll get $600 per kid. Now the catch, the same thing happened in the CARES Act at the beginning of the year. If you have any adult dependents, unfortunately, you will not get a stimulus for them. Okay, so say for example, if you have a college student, one of your kids are in college and you still claim them as a dependent, but they are technically an adult, you won't qualify for that $600 for them, and they won't qualify either, okay? Unfortunately, if you have any adult dependents, they will not get that $600 stimulus. But if you have minor dependents, they will qualify for that $600. Okay, then of course you as an adult will get that $600 as well. So unfortunately, adult dependents were left out once again. This happened beginning of the year with the CARES Act. It's happening again, unfortunately, because I know a lot of people who may have college students who are their dependents. Unfortunately, the same thing's happening again. So that's just one thing to keep that in mind. And when it comes to actually being paid out, a couple things. So if you receive the stimulus in the first round, if you receive direct deposit, they already have your information. But you want to make sure, so if you receive the stimulus beginning of this year and you change bank accounts, or that bank account is closed, make sure you are going to the irs.gov website and update your information, because they will be sending the new stimulus to the same bank account that they have on file. Same thing goes for people if you had direct deposit for your tax refund, okay, either 2018 or 2019. They will be using that direct deposit information. So if that information has changed, make sure you are getting that updated ASAP. I'm not sure exactly how quickly they're going to be rolling this out. I know the CARES Act at the beginning of the year took about 2 weeks or so, but it was pretty quick. So I know they plan on getting these checks out pretty quickly. So like I said, you want to make sure that your information is updated. I know that they have put out an electronic portal too this year to change your direct deposit information. So if you gave information and you now have a different bank account, make sure you guys are updating that with the IRS, okay? Because you want to make sure that if you do qualify for the stimulus, that they have your correct information, because of course it's going to take longer for them to actually have to send you a paper check. So you want to make sure you can get that direct deposit. And then also another thing to keep in mind too, for us business owners. So I know we have some business owners on here. If you're a business owner, go ahead and drop a heart down in the comments. Let me know for a business owner. But for business owners, so they are rolling out another round of PPP and EIDL loans that is going to be rolling out here soon. So once that happens, if you guys need assistance with getting that, please let me know. I help small businesses get funding. So I have a rep with the SBA. And so we can help you guys get that funding that you need if you want to do the PPP or the EIDL. Here is something that is going to be a little bit different from the last round. So if you got funding the first round with PPP, and whatever expenses that you use that money from with the first round of PPP, you cannot write that off, okay? You cannot write off those expenses. But for the second round, if you go and apply for the PPP loan, you can write off these expenses. So that is something that has changed, okay? They did change that. So the money, the first PPP, and someone in the comments said, what is PP? I didn't mean PPP, it is the Paycheck Protection Program. And that is one of the programs that were rolled out by the SBA, the Emergency Lending Program. And the PPP loan is a forgivable program if you use it on certain expenses. But if you got that for the first round, remember, you cannot write off those expenses that you use that money for. On this second round, though, you can write off those expenses. So that is something that is different. Okay, and then with the EIDL, they had the loan and they had the grant for that one. They had the grant that they gave out in the beginning, which is, you don't have to pay that back. And then you have the EIDL loan, which they gave you a 30-year term, but you don't have to pay until, after that first year. So they gave you 12 months. So they're going to be rolling out similar programs with that too, just so that you guys are aware. Okay. Awesome. And keep in mind that you do have to have a business that was in business before everything shut down. Oh, looked like my IG got disconnected. Awesome. So yeah, you'll have to have a business that was already in business. It cannot be just a brand new business. It has to be a business that you already had established before everything shut down. Okay. Awesome. And then another thing I want you guys to be aware of is that they are rolling out funds for a rental assistance. So if you are a renter and you got behind on your rent because maybe you lost your job, or maybe, your business died down, things like that, you will, there is rental assistance, but the money will go directly to the landlord, okay? Directly to the landlord. So if you are behind, one thing that I would do is maybe mention it to your landlord, because it is a program that they will have to apply for. So hopefully your landlord is aware. Hopefully they are able and willing to apply, but I would definitely bring it up to them to apply for this once it rolls out, so that they can get that, because it's going to be money sent directly to the landlord, but it's supposed to be on your behalf to cover the rent payments that you may have missed. Okay, so definitely you want to bring that up to your landlord. Okay, because they rolled out about $25 billion towards that rental assistance program to help with that. But like I said, it's something that your landlord actually has to apply for. So hopefully, everyone's landlord, if you are behind, are able and willing to do that. Official name, it's just the rental assistance program. Yeah, it's the rental assistance program, and they'll be able to apply for that. And I don't know necessarily how long it's going to take for that program, but it is out there and available once everything rolls out. All right, and they also did change the eviction moratorium to January 31st. Okay, so it was supposed to end December, the end of this year, but now it's rolled out. They gave it another 30 days. So that's really most of the updates that I have right now. That am pertaining to what I felt like, we would all be mostly affected by. So hopefully this was helpful for you all. I know it's really, it's hard to decipher through all the information, which is why I just figured I would come on here and just give you guys like the short and easy breakdown of what all the mumbo jumbo is in the news. I know it's a little bit crazy, but yeah, so that's it. $600 per person, $600 per dependent. Adult dependents are not included in that, unfortunately. Oh, unemployment. Yes, someone asked about unemployment. So unemployment will be $300 per week, an extra $300 per week, and they will not be giving you any retroactive unemployment. Okay, so for example, say you've been unemployed for 2 months and you go and apply today. The unemployment is going to start today. They're not going to give you retroactive payment. So they're not going to cover those 2 months that were missed. So there's no retroactive unemployment, but you can apply. And like I said, it'll be $300 per week. And if you are on the unemployment program, you can still get a stimulus. I know that they had talks earlier this week about not allowing people to double dip, is what they call it. So they were trying to make it to where if you get unemployment, you can't get a stimulus. They have debunked that. So if you are on unemployment, yes, you can qualify for the stimulus. And with the income, just in case you guys don't know how it worked last time. So for the stimulus checks, it's for everyone making $75,000 a year and under. So if you make under that, then you'll get that full $600. Okay, if you make over 75,000, it'll start to phase out. So I think it's like every $1,000 above 75,000, they'll take off like $5. Okay, and then that phases out all the way up until 99,000. So once you hit 99,000 a year, then they said done. You don't need any money. Okay, so everyone 75K and below. And then also to people who are making 20,000 a year and below, you guys are going to get the money rolled out first. And then also if you have direct deposit, you're going to be in that first batch as well. Okay, and remember, this is going off of your latest filed tax return. Okay, that AGI that's on there. So it doesn't matter what you made in 2020. They're going based off of your last tax return. So if you filed 2019, they're going to go based off your income on there. Or if you didn't file 2019 yet, they're going to go based off 2018. Someone said, is this every month? So the stimulus, no. It's right now, it looks like it's going to be just a one-time payment of $600. I know that Bernie Sanders was fighting to make it $1,200. A $1,200 payment, and then I know Trump came in at the very last minute and was like, hey, this needs to be $2,000 a month. But obviously that did not happen. They all somewhat agreed to give everybody just a one-time payment of $600 for the stimulus. What's the time frame? So once everything is final, I know that they are trying to get it out as soon as possible. With the CARES Act, it took maybe like 2 weeks or so to start rolling it out. So I'm assuming it's going to be just as quickly. Okay, I'm assuming it's going to be just as quick. So like I said before, okay, if your bank account has changed since your last stimulus check, go to the irs.gov website and get your bank account information updated now, because you don't want them having to send the money back and then send you a paper check. It's just going to take too long. So you want to make sure that you guys are updating your direct deposit information. Someone said kids. Yes, $600 per kid, per minor dependent. If you have a dependent that is an adult, they will not qualify. So if you have a college student as a dependent, you won't get $600 for them, and they will not qualify for $600 either. So yeah, that's really, it kind of sucks that they did it that way. They did it last time too on the CARES Act, and they're doing it again now. I don't know why they just decided to leave out that little portion of the population, but it is what it is. So yeah, so there are no stimulus checks for adult dependents. All right, guys. And I know we have some people coming in late, so I'm going to leave the replay up here so you guys can catch the beginning about the unemployment, or the beginning parts of it, because I don't want to necessarily have to be super repetitive. Someone said filing joint. Yeah, so if you're filing joint, the numbers are a little bit different. It's $600 per individual. Okay. So yeah, you guys will still, but it'll still start to phase out. So if you're a couple, it'll be $1,200. If you file jointly, it'll be $1,200, and the income is higher. Okay, awesome. And so I'm actually going to do another video probably sometime this week, more specifically on the PPP loans and the EIDL program. I'm going to do a whole separate video on that. So make sure you stay tuned to my channels. I'm going to be going live on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube to get this information out there. But yeah, I'm going to be giving you guys more info specifically for those small business programs. Someone said, yes, if you're on disability, yes, you will still get the stimulus. And if you're on a Social Security income, you will still get the stimulus as well. All right. Awesome, awesome. So yeah, you guys have an amazing rest of your Sunday. I'm not going to keep you. Like I said, I'll be back live sometime this week to go over specifically the PPP program and the EIDL program for small businesses to get that emergency funding. So please keep an eye out for that. Also, just a quick housekeeping, make sure you guys, if you're on Instagram, go to the link in my bio. If you're on YouTube or Facebook, I'm going to be throwing the link in the description of the video, so that you guys can catch my holiday sale, because all my master classes are on sale right now. It's going to end on Christmas. So if you want to learn how to start, grow, and fund your business, you guys can get those classes at a super discount. And like I said, there's only about a week left for it. So make sure you guys check out the link for that. And then, yeah, I'm going to catch you guys later. Make sure you guys put on your notifications for my page so that you can catch the live I'm going to do this week about the emergency lending programs for small businesses. I'll also come back and try to answer everyone's questions in the comments. I can see the comments on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram, but like I said, I have different screens going on because I'm streaming on 3 different places. So I'm going to have to go back and read through the comments and try to answer people. But just, it would just be too much me trying to answer everybody. So I'm going to come back and just, reply to your questions. All right, guys? Awesome. I appreciate you all. Have an awesome Sunday night, and I'm going to